I want to show you how to make my all-time favorite superfood hot chocolate base, and then there's endless possibilities from here. So we're going to start with, I'm going to use coconut milk because that is what I most often have in my house. This came from a full-fat organic coconut can that I blended with a little bit of water. So I'm going to do half a cup, quarter cup. I'm going to do a quarter cup of coconut milk. You can use any milk you'd like, almond, oat, regular, whatever you got, whatever you want. I'm going to do 3 tablespoons of raw cacao powder. This is what some would say is a ceremonial dose. I use cacao so much that I just leave my tablespoon right inside. Cacao butter. This can be a little harder to find, but not really. And I'm gonna use, it usually comes in these like bigger chunks, sometimes little shavings, but you can break it up really easily, like with a knife. I'm just gonna throw it. I'm gonna cut some of that off, break some of it off. I want like 1 to 2 teaspoons of cacao butter. That's gonna make it really silky, frothy, magic, magic, magic. 1 heaping teaspoon of maca powder. Maca is a root vegetable from the high Andes in Peru. So good. It's an adaptogen, which means it helps your body adapt to whatever it needs. I like to take breaks from it once in a while, which is hard because it's so yummy. I'm gonna put in a little bit of shilajit extract. You could use any superfood you want here or leave this out. All the superfoods are really add-ons, but honestly, it's rare that I make a hot chocolate, superfood hot chocolate without maca. I'm also going to add in some holy basil powder. I have mine in an extract powder. So the extract powders are so concentrated that I'm putting them like 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon max. But if you had the regular powders, a 1/2 teaspoon would be good. Ashwagandha is a great addition to this as well. And I'm gonna sweeten mine with maple syrup. You could use stevia. You could leave sweetener out completely. You could throw in some lucuma powder if you have that superfood powder, also native to Peru. And then I'm gonna add in some essential oils. So I usually use cinnamon powder, but I don't have any for some strange reason. So I'm gonna use 1 drop of cinnamon essential oil because the oils are very potent. And I'm making sure that I'm only using food grade. I use doTERRA. They're tested and trusted for internal use, which is not the case with oils that you get over the counter at your drugstore, even your local Whole Foods and stuff. Most of them are not food grade. Black pepper. This is a weird one, but you'd also don't need to use oils. You could just throw in cardamom powder, cinnamon powder, and I like anointing myself with them as I'm making my hot chocolate. And I'm also gonna throw in some rose essential oil. And I have my tea kettle going to get some hot water for us, but you can even replace your hot water with tea, like a rose infusion or nettles, holy basil tea, ashwagandha, whatever you've got that you think would taste good. Peppermint hot chocolate is a really great one, wild orange, you can really play. So the rose I had setting near my tea kettle because rose essential oil it kind of crystallizes when it gets to like normal room temp. And you can use whatever you want. I just love, the base is the sweetener, the milk, the cacao powder, the cacao butter. You could use coconut oil or coconut manna instead of cacao butter. That will add that like fatty, creamy, silky, velvety, it's magic. And then we're just waiting for our hot water. We'll whip it up. All right, I'm gonna call that hot enough. It's so close to singing. So then you're just going to fill your blender to the 2-cup line, approximately, with hot water. Give it a blend. And that's gonna break down, like mix it up nice and good, melt and break down the cacao butter. Get your favorite mug of choice. Pour it in. Oh my God, look at that beautiful whipped, frothy, perfect. And I measured perfectly, which does not always happen. It's so good. It's perfect. It's perfect. You can play with the flavors if you want, but the base, it's perfect. I need nothing more in my life. I hope you enjoy.